The complex of royal palaces is situated on the highest hill of Dedinje, a residential area of Belgrade. The position commands a wonderful view of the city of Belgrade, the Košutnjak forest, the Topčider park and Mt Avala. The complex spans a surface of 135 hectares and is situated in a park abounding in lush vegetation. The two main palaces in the complex are the Royal Palace and the White Palace. The Royal Palace was built by King Alexander Karađorđević I in the period from 1924 to 1929. He lived there with his wife, Queen Maria, and 3 sons. Today it is the home of his grandson, Prince Alexander, who is the son of King Peter II. The edifice was designed by Serbian Byzantine style by architect Živoj Nikolić, while the interior and the gardens were designed by the famous Russian architect Nikola Krasnov, who emigrated to Serbia after the October Revolution. The facade of the building was made of white marble from the Adriatic island of Brač, which was also used for the White House in Washington, D.C. The old palace has several salons in the Renaissance and Baroque style. The furniture is authentic and belongs to different periods, while the walls are decorated with more than 3 centuries-old French tapestries. The walls in several rooms are decorated with Serbian folk motifs or copies of frescoes from Serbian medieval monasteries, such as Sopoćani or Dečani, which sanctuaries have been included in the UN World Heritage List. In the basement of the royal court there is also a billiards room and a cinema. The interior of these rooms was designed, as we have already mentioned, by Russian architect Nikola Krasnov in the fashion of the Kremlin palaces. There is also a sculpture of a warrior, the only preserved work of art by Queen Maria, the wife of King Alexander Karađorđević. Maria was a Romanian princess and also a granddaughter of Queen Victoria of England. She was a great benefactor and a very talented artist and was much loved by the Serbian people. Both the Royal and the White Palace boast exceptionally valuable paintings of Serbian, Venetian, Dutch and French artists such as Bruegel and Poussin, as well as works by famous sculptors such as Ivan Meštrović or Toma Rosandić. A colonnade of stone connects the Royal Palace with the Royal Chapel, dedicated to Holy Apostle Andrew I Called, whom the Karađorđević family celebrates as their patron saint. The chapel was built to resemble the royal church of the 12th century in Orthodox Serbian monastery of Studenica. 5 years after moving to the Royal Palace, in 1934, King Alexander decided to build a residence for his sons, Princes Petar, Tomislav and Andrea. Unfortunately, he did not live to see it completed in 1937, as he was assassinated in Marseille in 1934. The first resident of the White Palace was Prince Paul, King Alexander's cousin, with his family, who ruled as a regent until 1941. The White Palace was designed by architect Alexander Đorđević. Its central hall is decorated with a remarkable portrait of King Alexander, done by famous Serbian painter Paja Jovanović, as well as with paintings of French artists of the first half of the 17th century. The dining room of the palace was designed in the Chippendale style, with beautiful porcelain from Sevres. The grand and small salon boast original furniture from the time of Louis XV and Venetian chandeliers. Before the Second World War, the library of the White Palace contained some 50,000 precious books in several languages. Most of them, however, vanished during the Second World War, and only several thousand have remained. The library also boasts a globe made by the famous cartographer Coronelli from the 17th century. In 1941, the royal family was forced into exile. Prince Alexander Karađorđević, the son of King Peter II, was born in London in 1945, at the time when Yugoslav President Josip Broz Tito chose the White Palace as one of his residences. In the communist times, the Royal Palace's compound was closed to public. At the beginning of this century, after 6 decades, it was returned to the Karađorđević family, so Prince Alexander moved in with his wife, Princess Katarina. They give receptions for eminent guests and organize charity events there. In the summer season, sightseeing tours of the compound are organized for the public.